Stock of the day, though. This is a stock that's come up a few times in the past couple of weeks, and all our expert panels have said, let's wait to see when they report next, because had they been able to take advantage of this push into the United States. Talking about Bubs Australia, of course, they've reported first quarter group gross revenue of $23.5 million, up 28% on the previous corresponding period. Company says its infant formula Q1 gross revenue more than doubled to 109% on the prior corresponding period. But stock's down 8% today. Why is that? Gaurav, Sodhi, everybody has been saying, hey, they had a free kick into the US, replaced their China business or make inroads into it. Let's see how well they've done it. Well, this report seems to indicate they're doing okay.
Yeah, the numbers look pretty good. The numbers look pretty good. I didn't go through it in a lot of detail, Kosh. Right. It's not a stock I follow closely, but I agree the headlines looked all right, but the expectations were really high. Yeah. And when they got this deal for the American distribution, the share price went up a long way, expectations were raised. From what I could see, a lot of their market share gains came from Australia, and I'm not sure how well they did in the US. The Chinese market went backwards as expected, a long way, and I think that's happening across the board. For me, 1 quarter or 2 quarters doesn't really paint an adequate picture of what's going on here. I just don't think the...
So jury's still out for you?
Well, look, it's out. It's already out for me. This is not this doesn't pass the quality filters for me. It's just not a high quality business. And we've learnt this from A2, and what's the other one that kind of went bust as well? They got taken over. The other one. We know the one we're talking about. I mean, these things are, and I've been making this case for years now. There is a fad to these things, and I've seen it when we had children as well. That the cohorts, mother cohorts, all go after one brand. It becomes the it brand, and the next cohort chooses another it brand. And you have to spend a lot on marketing. It's actually a customer acquisition business, that even though it doesn't appear to be one, you have to pay a lot for marketing. You've got to build your brand up, and you lose your customer in 3 or 4 years, if you hold on. On to
A2 milk was dairy infant formula. Bubs' point of differentiation is it's goat milk, rather than dairy milk.
It's not that hard to access goat milk. you can access dairy milk, you can access goat milk. They've done a good job of differentiating the brand from A2, for example, but there are other competitors as well. And I think what's happened in China shows how difficult it is, because all the Australian brands were priced at a premium, and all of a sudden perceptions change in China, and it's the Chinese brands now that are taking market share. It's very hard to build a sustainable business in this sector, and we've had example after example of that. I think Bubs is just another one. You can still make money out of this, you just have to buy it extremely cheaply.
Well, and Joe Biden mentioned it. The US president said Bubs is coming to our rescue.
The only person in that US Congress whose stock picks you should listen to is Nancy Pelosi. She has
She's got some sort of inside information.
Uncanny ability to pick stocks, that woman.
What do you reckon, Francesco?
Yeah, look, Gaurav mentioned fads, and there's a lot of stocks that fall under that category. And I think this is a classic example of buy on rumour and sell on fact. You saw, I think it was back in May, that the stock basically doubled. On the back of an announcement that there was a shortage of powdered milk in the US, and then the announcement following on from that Bubs was going to get FDA approval to sell into the US. I don't think to be honest, I still don't think that they've got approval as yet. I think they've got letter of intent. So it's a classic example of that. The stock price got out of hand. And people have just been selling into the facts, and that's what we're seeing today as well. That really, how much are we selling into the US when the growth's coming out of Australia? I'm not sure how it's priced as far as valuation goes from a PE point of view, but I don't think it's profitable as yet. So pick a number, I say. Look, I'd stay away from
avoid view. Okay.